managing things, especially from management, administration perspective? Yeah. So how is it?
Well, obviously it's, it's quite a big program that we have with 50 students coming each time.
Okay.
So there's a lot of practical considerations, have to find suitable rooms and hire teachers.
Exactly.
And all those kind of practical issues. And, just generally, so, I've got a twofold job because I teach on the program and I'm also responsible for making sure it runs smoothly and the students end up, getting good quality English lessons and, and we'll go home very satisfied. Not just good quality lessons, but everything practically works for them. And I think, generally speaking, I mean, there are some things which could be better. We've had some certain difficulties, but generally speaking, it does work well. And we give the students a survey at the end. We ask them what they think, and 95% of them very, very happy with it. And in fact, pretty much all of them are. You just get occasional things,
that's common.
But we want their feedback so that we can change things in the future.
Right. So now on to the teachers. First time I got this, I've seen the materials, I think a few months back when I started buying the course. But honestly, I didn't look. I downloaded and then that's it. Because I know I'll be busy with my thesis and all. So I didn't really pay much attention to it. And then suddenly Jason sent me this yesterday so that I can prepare for today's lesson. Looking at this, and I said, wow, this is so quick. I mean, okay, I've got the aims, objectives, and I've got basically the instruction put together with the minutes. What's your experience with, doing this in the classroom? Maybe Patty, what was your experience?
It was a good experience. I mean, it was a great chance to have a plan ready and to follow it.
Yes.
Sometimes I found myself adding something, but some materials or games or anything, but it worked well, and it looked at the students appreciate it. And the other task is the best bit, I think, because as we were saying before, it's something unusual, which works very well and helpful for them. They feel satisfied because they can use what they've just learned in the classroom during the lesson. So the two things together are perfect.
Only the thing just now I noticed, they were actually quite bored in the classroom because they are actually wanting to go out. I don't know whether that's just
it's their last day, that's why.
Yeah, it's the last day one thing, and I can feel that they want to go out, and I had that. So I thought, was it me? So it's not. I think they enjoy speaking on the streets. What's your Claire? What's your reaction to hold this?
The first time I did it, I thought it was a really good guideline for me because it was my first time teaching an English class, and it made it easier for me as well. And I also ended up getting ideas on how to conduct my own class, like even if I'm not using the out there task or the EOT lesson plan. But overall, I mean, it's great because it's pretty straightforward. You have something to follow, and the students respond to it very well.
Yes. What struck me with this is novice teacher, if they are first timer, they don't have much experience in the classroom.
Yeah, so it's really helpful.
Really helpful, isn't it, to have everything, and very helpful to also have the tasks together, the worksheets that you get. Wow, it's simple. Maybe I don't know. What else can you tell us a bit more?
It's very structured, so it's very good. There's a good structure, and you can incorporate the 4 key skills of the English language, which are writing, speaking, listening, and reading. So it gives you scope to assess a student on these 4 key skills, which is good. There's always a context as well, which is useful, and an interesting topic on each day. So they get to practice life in England, topics relating to life in London. So it's very interactive in that respect. And it's always good to adapt. It's always good basis for adapting materials as well. So you can incorporate a lot more things in that. But it gives you a good basis, a good structure.
Yes, I agree with that because just now what happened, impromptu, I use Jason in my classroom. I asked him to come to the front and they asked him questions. And I think it worked quite well.
Yes.
So, teachers can work around these materials. Anything that you think can be improved? I'm sure, I don't know, is there anything else that you think, apart from you doing this, we have in the classroom, and then we have outside, out there, and we have online. So have you tried doing this online?
No, not the online part.
No.
Right. I come from first with online. I started teaching online. Although, no. Before in Malaysia, I was teaching in the real classroom. When I came to England, my first experience with this is online teaching. I taught students in Turkey. From Nottingham, we do Skype teaching.
Yeah.
And now with video calls on Facebook, wow, that is so easy to just click the button and the students appear and the teachers are there. That is so easy. And I think this material is seriously very, very useful. So that's why I'm hooked to this. Seriously, Jason, I shouldn't meet you. Because what happened is I'm kind of distracted from my PhD thesis, which is the real interaction in the classroom. And for me, not that that is outdated, but there must be some element to it.
What's your, I remember, but tell these guys what your PhD is.
My PhD is normal, boring stuff. Group interaction in the classroom. I look at how they discuss. That's it. And lots of the students are saying, this is so boring, we have to sit here, discuss, why can't we go outside? That kind of stuff. So, yeah, that is part of my finding.
Right.
They were saying we should do more, not just be in the classroom. So I think EOT.
That's funny, isn't it?
It is. And I told Jason, if I haven't started my PhD, I would have done this as a thesis. Seriously.
I'd just like to add one or two other things about the English out there material is, I think one of the real strengths of it is that there's a lot of variety in the subject matter. There's lots of good ideas, and also because you can pick and choose. It's not done like a normal course book where you're supposed to follow it through, but because you can pick and choose, like all of us here, we've been working with 16, 17-year-olds. There's lots of interesting subject matter in there, and it's not difficult to find things which are appropriate for the kind of students we're working with. And like some of the others are saying, I find myself, I just get stimulated by the ideas, and then I'll take off a little bit and add some of my own, my own way of doing things, or I see, like you said, Anita, I'm in my third year now, so I'll see things, and I'll see what the students respond to, and I'll pick up on that, and I'll adapt things, But essentially, based on this way of doing things, and as we've been saying, the students, to go outside and start to interact with people, that's something, because all our students come from France. That's something they're not used to. They're not used to doing that. It's a new experience for them, and it gives them a lot of confidence in their ability to speak English, which is the purpose of it. Yeah.
Right. That's all. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was very useful.